3
Right.
fatality.
That's right. How are you, TJ?
Could be better. Just a lot of chaos and craziness, but getting ready to be settled into a place with my lady where I could have my everything just set up, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, that's very annoying waiting for you to set up for 3 hours before we
It's
do this.
the worst.
A lot of threes today. Part 3, MK3, and TJ takes 3 hours
Yep,
to set up.
that is correct.
And his theme song is 3 minutes long.
3-minute long theme song. And after this, Brian, I'm moving back to doing news, which I'll definitely have you back on whenever you want to just do news and stuff.
I mean, if the fans want me.
They love you. And I want to get Jeff back on. I just want to work with just you and Jeff. And then I'll get some guests. Who knows? Part 3, I'm so excited.
We're going to finish it today. We're going to finish MK3.
Finish it.
For those who haven't watched, thank you for... You can watch on twitch.tv/laughatbrian. If you're listening to the podcast version of this on Unlimited Lives, you can go back and watch the video version of this on twitch.tv/laughatbrian or the Playable Characters YouTube page.
That is correct. Go to everywhere with Brian right now. I'm too chaotic to get everything up on our end. So you know what? Let me just funnel that to the old Playable Characters partner.
Yeah, so have you been playing MK2 or 3?
Dude, ever since me and you started doing this, I've been playing the crap out of MK11. No, not 2 yet. I find 2, and I've said this before, I don't know if MK3 is on that handheld. I have to look.
Of course, well, if it's not, you can get it very easily.
That's true. But I remember with MK2, the fatality length time was so short.
Yeah.
So when I was trying to play
the arcade, it's like half a second.
Dude, I can't remember. I don't ever remember it being that bad. But I've been playing a crap ton of MK11 just by myself, just every day logging in, doing the daily things, finding brutalities.
I want to play with you more.
Dude, it's awesome. We might be able to play today before I head out.
I literally think one of the Game Genie MK2 codes was longer fatality time.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they did that. I mean, I can check, but I think that was one of the things because it was so short.
I will not check because it'll cause chaos.
That's right. You cannot use 2 devices at once.
No.
So we have 7, I think, warriors or combatants, or maybe 8 to finish up today.
Yeah, combatants.
We should have picked like when we're done with this, we'll pick like our favorite MK3 fatality of all time.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Thank you.
Got my head running already. Yeah, I think we have 8, but I think there's 2 that are pretty much.
Yeah,
no, you're right. I think 1 is like
a sort of bonus bullshit ones.
To a degree, yeah. So what do we start with first? I'm so excited. And then we'll after this, we'll do, when we're done with this one, just so people know, the show will go back to the format of the news, which I was doing, which I miss. I don't know how much news we missed doing this for like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
But it was a welcome.
It was
a really welcome change of pace. It really enlightened me and made me happy. So,
and by the way, the handheld we keep talking about is the Anbernic RG351V. For those that are curious, I know we've mentioned a bunch of times and people have asked. It's the RG351V Anbernic, ANBERNIC. Check this thing out. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Brian is right. It is really good. So, who are we starting with?
We're going to start with the Creep Ermac. No, wait. We did Ermac, right? We ended with Ermac. We're going to start with Sub-Zero.
Oh, and interesting enough, like if you recall, which Sub-Zero is this? The ninja one?
We'll do regular Sub-Zero.
Yeah. So this one was interesting because Nugget. Sorry, that's my girl's dog. She likes to, she sleeps, and then whenever I record, she wants to make as much noise as possible, whether it's eating, drinking, or trying to make herself a little bed to sleep in. You can see her a little bit with her tail going back there.
Yeah.
That you can watch on the video.
That is not your girlfriend's tail.
No, she does not have a tail. Right. So the thing about Sub-Zero was when I first saw him, he's a very just a white looking dude with a black hair. He's wearing the like Chewbacca suspenders.
Yeah.
Shirtless. He's got a scar on his eye, and he's also not the original Sub-Zero from MK2 and 1.
I didn't know the lore until years later.
Yeah,
like I didn't know.
I think he's I'm not looking it up. I think he's from my own memory, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think he's Sub-Zero's brother.
Because I thought they were just like, they're trying to make him different because Sub-Zero looks like a dude now, and Scorpion still has his mask on. and they have 15 other ninjas.
Yep.
I think they were just, and Reptile looks different, so I think they were trying to make him look a little different. But
yeah, and I think this is the first one where he had. Was this? I think the first one he had the ice clone.
yeah, cool move.
Yep, where he would turn into a clone of himself, and those were good for anti-air. So when someone's jumping at you,
Yeah.
you'd ice clone, and they would land and freeze.
Yeah, he's got 2 decent fatalities. One doesn't hurt, but but they're both kind of cool. And
Yeah, very cool.
They fit him very well. So let's dive into his first one. Again, you can watch it on twitch.tv/laughatbrian.
That's right.
If you're
Here we
enjoying,
go.
people are joining us. Say hello to us in the comments so we can chat. But the first one here is the ice breath.
Yep.
He breathes on you, and you freeze. You get frozen solid, and you fall backwards and smash. You smash into a million pieces.
Yep. And I think I give this one a 2. I feel like
2. Holy shit.
Oh, here we go. Ready?
Flawless victory.
I think it's a 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're freezing to death and then you fall. I think by the time you hit the ground,
you're already dead.
You're not feeling it. You're already frozen and numb.
You're already numb. You're already frozen. Yeah. Don't think it hurts that much. You get cold for a second, but it's so fast. And I think your brain just shuts down instantly.
Also, the other thing about this one is like when they did these fatalities, it's like in the game, you would wonder as a kid, I'd be like, why doesn't Sub-Zero have an ice breath move?
Right? Just finish the guy easily.
Yeah, or at least like it's a different move, so he's not throwing a fireball. He's just, so I'm like it's that weird thing of like if you're already like the fatality, why not make it an ice breath move?
Superman has the ice breath.
He does.
So it's very similar. So I give it a 2. So that's so funny. Yeah, we don't think this hurts. It would suck to happen to you.
But
when you actually die and fall apart, you're already dead. So that's what so it's like, does it actually hurt? I don't think so.
I also like the fact that that you're standing dizzy, and then when you get frozen, you go at straight attention to fall to them.
You go full erect,
like full, full like army, like 10 hut, yes sir, and then you fall directly backwards.
Yeah. So.
And then Sub-Zero does his winning move where it's just one fist up in the air, a la the Black Panthers,
or White Power, who knows?
Or or White Power. And he's got he's got his weird jumpsuit and everything like that.
Yeah.
Looked like the Italian Sub-Zero. A Sub-Zero. Jet black hair, slicked back. A Sub-Zero.
I give you the frappuccino, make it nice and cold.
Oh, you want the neck eclair? I freeze you like a scone.
A cannoli with a K.
A cannoli. I freeze you like a cannoli with a K. Yeah. Very
I like the cannoli cream with a K. Hey.
Cream with a K. Yeah, very good.
All right. So his next one, a pretty cool one. This one, I like it. So he picks you up, Lex Luger backbreaker, torture rack style, and then freezes you, and then rips you in half.
Yep.
So it has a lot of. I like the fatality with a lot of steps. I like those ones. You know what I mean? So it's not just one thing. He picks you up, freezes you, and you think that's it, but then no, he actually breaks you in half. I give it a 7. I thought this one for some reason hurt way more for some reason.
Oh my god! Ready?
Flawless victory.
Me too. I said a 7 as well.
Are you looking at my sheets?
I am. Wow. I feel like once he picks you up, you're kind of nervous. You're like, he's gonna break my back.
Yeah,
And then when he rips you apart, your bones go scattered, which had to be painful when they scatter all over the place.
Crack.
I like how this screen, for example, is all pitch black. I wonder why.
I don't know. It could just be the GIF.
It's crazy how hard it is to find these things.
Hard to find a GIF. Can somebody please make GIF.com and make GIFs finding easier?
I know.
Or just
GIF finding can be fun.
GIF everything in the world. But yeah, so it's a cool one. I like, again, the extra steps. Remember that one MK where you can make your own fatalities? And they were
I don't know which one. I think
Deadly Alliance or something. They were very stupid. They were very stupid. Yeah.
Just dumb. I mean, it made sense. Like,
right.
That was the rumor. For MK11. I think there was some. Yeah, I think they were like teasing some new. Oh, I don't know what the
make your own.
Yeah, it was some. I don't know what the real maybe it was brutalities might have been those, because I don't think they were a 9, were they?
I don't know.
I don't think brutalities were 9. So they were like, we have a new finishing. It was like a Jeff Cerulli. Is this Street Fighter? Guile's gun. I think it was something like, yeah, there was some. They were teasing some kind of new finishing mechanic, and I think for
What would Jeff-
MK11,
What would Jeff rate this fatality? Where Sub-Zero picks you up, freezes you, breaks
I
you in
think Jeff
half.
would give it a 5. Jeff Cerulli, filmmaker, philanthropist, friend
Just
of
like,
the show.
just like I saw someone do this in real life once.
Yeah. Jeff's like, in Long Island, I saw someone do this for over a parking spot.
After an Islanders game, one of the players froze to death.
I think everyone in Philly, that's what happens in the winter after Flyers lose.
So that's crazy. We both are 2 on this one.
Yep.
And a 7 on this
7
one.
on that one.
Amazing. Yeah. We both agree. So
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't. So then now we get to what we always forget. Now we have the animalities. He turns into a polar bear, which makes sense for Sub-Zero.
Perfect animality, finally.
Perfect one. And then he mauls you and then transforms back.
Yeah. Snow leopard would have been cool too, but polar bear.
Snow leopard would have been nice, yeah.
Like Family Feud, that's the top answer.
Yep. Polar bear made the most sense. And then his friendship, he creates a little snowman for you.
Yeah, like a little Olaf from.
Yeah, like a little Olaf, pre-Olaf. Ed Boon and them should know that this is pre-Olaf, and that's
So there we go.
Where it's at. So now, do you want to hit Sub-Zero as a ninja?
Yeah, I mean, I found what I think is
I think he was a secret character, or he was only an ultimate MK3 or whatever.
And I didn't even know about this till years later either, because it didn't seem like it was like a cool hidden character. No one really cared that much. But Sub-Zero as a ninja, he's got his own fatality. Very weird one. Right? Which what did I give this one, by the way? Yeah, I didn't really give it that much, but here it is. So if you want to explain it, TJ.
So basically, number one, MK3, I can't get over seeing that. But basically, Sub-Zero as a ninja is dressed like Scorpion. He's blue. It goes finish him. He reaches towards their head, and then I think the screen goes black, and I think you hear like, oh,
right,
which is a call, which we all know is a callback to him doing his original head spine rip fatality.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know with the obsession. They've done this before in MK3, where like the screen goes black and it's like this.
The
what's going to happen?
And it's the Scorpion like, where they all rush the 1,000 scorpions.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like what that reminds me of is like when Radiohead, they don't play Creep live. Like they just don't play that song. It feels like this was Ed Boon's like, we all know what's going to happen, but we're not going to it to you. Here's
use your imagination, you creeps. Yeah.
I feel like to me, he reaches in, he pulls the front of their face off like Baraka does in MK11.
I thought it was a spine rip. I gave it a 3 just because I don't know what happens. Maybe he's just tousling your hair a little bit.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, my hair! Come on, man!
Oh man, my hair, man!
Maybe he just kind of flicks you in the throat. That hurts, but it won't kill you.
Oh, I gave it a 0.
Ah!
Because if the screen goes black, I don't know if maybe he just mushes your face. He just mushes your face, and it goes black.
I think a flick to the remember back in high school, you flick someone in the throat, or like really.
Oh Jesus! Where did you go to high school? Massachusetts, Long Island trash. Remember when you were a kid, you used to kick your friend's kneecap backwards down the playground because his father was a piece of gabagool. You remember that?
Yeah, I give it a 3.
You remember playing the LIRR tracks? We used to do it all the time as kids. That was the park for us.
Something happened. We just don't know what happened.
We just don't see it.
So
it is unseen. The character, your opponent, leans back. Oh, and
I wish the light should come back on, and your opponent should be laying there in a pit of blood. Like, what the fuck does that happen? Like that. Would be cool,
I agree. I agree. There should have been something.
Ends.
There should have been something more. Instead, you're just like, what happened?
It goes to the continue screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good sound effect.
Hold on. Instead, you're like, what happened?
There you go.
Much better.
Interesting. All right. Shall we move on?
Can we?
Yeah. Let's do another lady.
This is like when you go to a comedy club. They're like, all right, guys, you ready for a lady?
You guys finally ready?
You guys finally ready to hear a woman talk on stage?
Another white dude, please. Sindel, this is her first appearance.
Yeah.
In Mortal Kombat.
Sindel was such a weird. She's the witch character where her hair is alive and she whips her hair back and forth, just like the song.
She's a 10,000-year-old babe.
Yeah, she's super old, and then
Katana's mom.
Makeup.
Katana's mom, right?
Yeah, Katana's mom.
Yep.
Katana's mom. I think Shao Kahn is her dad. I think.
Yeah.
Which I don't, who knows? I mean, she gets the looks from Sindel.
Sure.
Sindel also has like high heel boots, a big purple leotard. She can float. She can shoot fireballs. She
Huge.
screams like a siren.
And that's her thing with this huge white hair. So she has two very different fatalities, which I like when they're different. Yeah, she really showcases what they can do. So the first one here,
love it.
Really creepy. She screams so loud that your skin melts.
Your skin flies off your body. It's a great fatality.
I'm sure you like her stance too. She leans in.
Love it.
She does like a real like eagle.
Yeah, it's very it's really, like I said again, they kept looking at like stage picture when they would be like, well, what does it look like when they do this move? And it's just like, again, even her like, her pose, I think in the fight screen was a good.
Yeah, sure.
Good pose. But like your opponent like screams backwards as their skin like just like disappears, and like flies back through time.
And your gooey skeleton is just standing there dripping.
Ooey gooey skeleton full of so much jam and jelly.
Yeah. You know what? I have to up my rate. I gave it a 6, but I'm looking at it now. I'm making it an 8.
Oh, I make it a 9. I feel like I feel like it hurts that she screams so loud that your ears hurt. You get a pounding headache for 1 millisecond, until you feel your skin rip off, and you're still alive while your skin's gone. So your brain is still functioning, being like, oh my God, as your nerve endings are going crazy because you're exposed.
True, yeah.
And then I think you fall. I think after you're screamed, your bones, I think it cuts out, but I'm pretty sure your body collapses, I think.
Yeah, it should at least.
Yeah, I think so. And again, I can't look. It will ruin the show.
No, and it doesn't really matter. But
no, it's only for my own OCD.
It's a really good one. Yeah, I do like her purple like leather jacket and like her skater gloves.
Purple leather jacket. Yeah, she looks like a wrestler. If you told me this was a wrestler, I'd be like, oh yeah, she's a wrestler.
Remember, they did the what was his name? They stole Sub-Zero, one of the guys. His name was like Freon or something. There was a wrestler years ago dressed up exactly like Sub-Zero.
Oh, you're right. Yes,
but I'm shocked that no one has stolen like more of a Sindel type look, because she does look pretty like a badass.
I think she's too random. Yeah, also, maybe. I think Get Over Here is like one of the like top 5 like top 5 video game things besides like It's a Me Mario.
You probably
like it made a huge impact. So it looks awesome, man. Sindel was a weird character.
Yeah, if people use her, they were good with her.
Yeah, if you were good. Yep, she could. I remember you could hover, you could float, you could whip your hair and like spin them around, I think.
Yep.
And
she had her blue fireball thingy.
Blue fireball.
Yeah. So her next one, showing off her hair skills here. This is a good arcade one.
Great arcade one. Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, good riff here. So she wraps her hair around you, and you look like a delicious vanilla soft serve.
Delicious soft serve. Yep.
But then she lawnmowers like whips you back like she's starting a lawnmower. You spin around so fast, and every blood and gut in you goes flying.
Yeah, big splats of blood. There's like 40 arms and legs, 12 rib cages just flying all over the place.
Yeah. Really cool one.
Same, also, just so you know, it's the same spin as when Cabal runs.
It is, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So will you imagine having hair so like her stylist must be awesome. What a hairstylist she has.
She does Rapunzel also.
Yeah, she goes in, she's like, could you take a little off the top? And if she does bad, the hair just like rips the guy's throat open. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, my hair is so mad.
This one gets a 9 from me.
I give it a 10. I feel like number one, hair is disgusting. So being wrapped up in some stranger's hair, let alone some sweaty person you're fighting.
That's why we got rid of ours.
Yeah, it's so disgusting. And then maybe it smells good for a second because maybe she uses good product. But then I think you're spinning so fast, and I get motion sick. So then it adds to me as well the thought of like I would want to throw up, and then all of a sudden I would just be exploding.
Yes.
So I feel it's really painful.
That's a good point. Yeah. I love it. It's a good one.
It's a good one. It's great. I love how you wrap up. It's very silly. You wrap up and she pulls so fast.
You soft serve
out of control.
Yummy.
So So gross and funny.
Yeah.
So gross and funny.
So for those joining us, we are rating the top MK3 or all the MK3
By how painful
fatalities.
they are.
Yeah, by how painful. This
Yep.
this one got a 9 from me and a 10 from TJ. So
Good for me. And now her aminality.
yes, what is it? What is hers again?
She turns into what looks like a moth or mosquito, but I think it's a moth. And then she kind of just attacks you and pushes you off screen while you scream.
Right.
And then it's like Sindel win, and then that's it. And then she's off screen the whole time. So the whole screen is black, is just no characters, no blood, and it just goes Sindel wins, animality.
Yeah, most of the animals are kind of like
very
that.
weird.
Yeah.
And then for her friendship, I think she kicks a football and she just goes goal.
Yeah.
The weirdest, like that's for the European soccer fans. Was like for you guys, like, hey, we got a treat for you guys.
I wish
goal.
I wish you could do like a fake where you like, I'm gonna do a friendship, just kidding, and you cook the football right in their head and it kicks their head off.
Yeah, that would have been cool. It'd be cool, like if as you do a friendship, if you hold it like down or something like that, that it backfires. Would be kind of fun.
Psych instead of like toasty.
Yeah.
Psych. Good one. Sindel's cool.
She's great. It's a weird one. Some people really made sense. Hers was just very weird.
Yeah. Shiva. Let's move on to Shiva now.
Goro, the female Goro character. Has
my go-to in MK3, by the way.
One of the most annoying moves.
Nobody, dude, I still get you with this in MK11.
I hate it.
So nobody used her. She was a tad slower than the other ones, but I thought she was really cool looking at first, so I just tried using her, and then I just really, really started to like her. I think she's an awesome character. I knew her. He had a badass combo. You run, high kick, high punch, something like that. But really cool character. The four-armed lady.
Yep.
Beast.
She would throw a fireball. She would pick you up and slam you down.
And she would just stomp on the ground and would shake it.
Stomp on the ground, shake it. Yeah, she was and the teleport stomp was an interesting move.
Yes.
And she, she's got some good fatalities.
Great fatalities, I think. Yeah. Let's see the first one here. This one. Oh my goodness. She hammers you.
One of the dumbest ones.
You think so? I think it hurts so bad. That's the point of it. It could be dumb, but it kind of makes sense because she's got all these arms, right? So she hammers you straight into the ground like some Three Stooges sketch.
Yeah.
And you just
like a railroad spike. I just think that to me, if you're gonna do it, make it that she pounds you into a bloody mass of pulpy body parts.
Well, she does in the MK11.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Yeah. For this one, it's just like it's so. I wonder what I gave it. It's just so cartoony.
It's funny. I think getting smashed in your head that many times hurts. I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 3 because I think.
Wow.
I think there's ones that are crazier. I think it hurts you that you're getting your head pounded, but there's no
so hard, and blood is splattering out.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. I think
so. If she pounded you, if she broke every bone as you shrunk down, different story.
I'm sure they're breaking.
But I think to me it doesn't look painful. It just looks so dumb.
It looks so painful to me.
Looks like Three Stooges. Like she was about to do that, and she's like, whoa.
Real discrepancy here, folks. This is like our biggest.
Huge discrepancy here.
8-2, 8-3. Wow.
We are just not on the same page.
Her next one
is great.
Okay, good. Similar to Sindel, or should I say Skindel, because of the So she will rip your skin right off. She takes your skin, takes all 4 hands on you, and you're like, "Ooh, this is nice." And then, but she like you have like a coat on that's unzipped, and she's trying to help you out of it, like a onesie. She's trying to help you out of a onesie, but your skin is the onesie, and she just rips it right off you.
It's also to be said that she rips it through your mouth.
Yeah, your mouth. If you look at the skin mouth on the floor, it looks like that's a face they made when Smoke drops the bomb inside your mouth, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll get to in a few minutes.
Oh, an overly extended comical mouth.
Yes.
And then you're just sitting there with it. Then you have your wet jelly skeleton standing there.
And she does a little thank you bow, a little curtsy.
She's like, she does the pray sign with her 2 bottom hands, and then the top hands go out as like, yes, I thank you.
She's got a very cool closing celebration. That's because she's got the 4 arms.
Yeah. She was also completely stop motion.
Yeah, because they couldn't find the forearm person.
Yeah, they couldn't find it. Yeah, I know they couldn't find a forearm person. They didn't want to culturally appropriate by finding someone who had forearms, but it's a whole thing. So weird.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I gave this one a 9.
Oh, me too.
There you go.
Flawless victory.
Wow, we got a flawless victory.
Look, we've been scratched before and you rip your skin off by accident. It hurts. Imagine getting all of it ripped off.
Well, just imagine like your skeleton going through your mouth. Like your mouth gets extended out like that. Like it's so disturbing.
It really is. It's pretty gross. People that are watching, we're send us some comments. What do you think? Rate this one on a scale of 1 to 10 on an ouchie factor, on how much you think it hurts.
Yeah. Rate it on the ouchie from 1 to ouchie.
Yeah, 1 is like nothing, and 10 is like holy shit, that hurts.
Yeah.
This
1
got
is,
a 9 for
1
me.
is like, you bang your knee into the car door lightly. You're like, ah, geez.
Right.
And then like, an ouchie is like, wow, your mouth, your whole. Then you have to taste your skeleton
on the way out.
That's the worst part is you have to taste your whole skeleton on the way, like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, blah, blah, blah. And then like,
yeah.
Oh, you're just tasting what your inside of your bones and body tastes like. It's just disgusting.
She's gross, and her MK11 fatality. Sometimes, because I use her a lot and I do it all the time, I'm just like, this is a bit much, even for
What
me.
was it again? Because I haven't played it.
Well, when she just stomps all over you, she stomps over and over and over again, and just flattens you, and just jumps inside your body because you're just dead on the floor. Like she just.
Oh, you know what? Maybe when we're done, I'll play it. I'm gonna look it up. I forgot.
It's really gross.
I forgot.
That's a good one.
So now her animality, and I mentioned this earlier in the other episodes, she turns into a scorpion.
Yes.
Stabs you, and I think you explode.
Had to have been a programming error. Just had to have been.
Yeah, it's too weird.
Right? Because Scorpion changes into he's the cat. No, sorry, he was the penguin. Yeah. Not that Shiva being a penguin makes sense either, but Scorpion should have been they did it on purpose. Like,
Scorpion. They did. They made it because, like, they did it. Yeah.
Of course, that's what
you would
make Scorpion a scorpion.
Yeah. And then her friendship, she takes sticks and she spins plates on sticks. That back in the 30s used to impress a bunch of simple idiots. That was like the thing in the circus, was like spinning plates was like, whoa, like look, he's spinning plates on sticks.
That was the coolest thing anybody could do back then.
I know, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So glad we're born now when everything is great.
So dumb. Everything's great now. Everything's awesome. So who do we got now?
We have the master of the mystic arts himself, Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Could he
morph into everybody in this? No, I think this one he couldn't morph.
Oh.
I could be wrong. You'd have to look it up. I don't think he morphed in this one at all. Meaning into characters. I don't think he did. I don't think so
either.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. But
you could look, I can't. You could look and I could talk.
Yeah, no, sorry. 2 great fatalities on him. One, I think, is one of the most one of my favorites. It's this one right here. No, sorry, the other one. But this one is great too. The soul rip. This is a great arcade.
Yeah, this is a great arcade one.
You can tell how fluid it is, by the way, from the arcade.
Yeah,
he lifts you up in the air. He floats you, and then a green ooze kind of like encompasses you, and then
which is your soul. It's your soul power.
It goes away, and you're a skeleton. And you just fall into mush.
You're a green, moist, wet skeleton that just splatters on the ground.
It's so great.
It is a really good one. It's a really good one. Like not as like bloody and violent, but like just like weird. I gave this a 5. I don't think it hurts too much. I feel like it's so weirdly mystic.
I gave it an 8 because maybe it's too high. No, I don't know. First of all, he looks just like Zartan in this one.
Dude, yeah, he looks
Zartan from G.I. Joe. Remember him?
Yeah, he looks benign. He does look like Zartan from G.I. Joe. Yeah, like Shang Tsung was so weird. He had like spandex.
Yeah.
And then he had like this weird half like ladder shirt he'd wear.
Yeah, very sexy.
And he had long black hair. And then he had like eyeliner on like Zartan.
And he'd walk around like kind of creepy with his hands.
Yeah, he walked like reptile, like his hands in front of him, like I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm like, no, don't steal my soul.
Yeah.
But I give it an 8. Yeah, because the floating, and then all of a sudden, like the way you're just sucked out of life, I think it's just kind of like, oh god,
Yeah.
You want to barf. But this one, I love this one so much.
This one I feel like is okay.
I think it's so. Look, I mean, it's my goodness. So he levitates a like a bed of spikes,
Yeah.
on behind him, and then he takes you by your head and just slams you over his head and slams you onto the spikes. I think it's
Yeah.
super brutal. I think I gave it a perfect 10. I think this hurts so bad. This one.
Yeah, I give it a 7 because I feel like
Wow.
the pit didn't even get that big of a like like the pit is scarier because you fall and then hit spikes.
But this one,
I feel like you're unconscious the whole time until you're thrown on the spikes, then you're in pain.
you're just dazed, and then he takes you. The motion of him taking you and flipping you over his head, and because you don't see the spikes, you don't know they're there, right? You're still like, "What's going on?" And all of a sudden, whoa! And then you see them coming, and boom, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I still give it a 7. I won't argue. I think yours is a good. I think you have a good take on why yours is that. I think it's great.
It's fast too. It's just like a boom and then slam. It's unexpected. I think
Yeah.
as well.
It's also he rises them from the ground. It's so weird. It's like,
It's
whoa,
cool.
where
Where were they the whole time? Yeah, it looks better.
And again, like, why can't he do buzzsaws across the ground or make this a move? Put a bed of spikes underneath his opponent and then punch you into it.
Seriously, that's what I would do.
Very weird. But Shang Tsung was a very weird character in MK3.
Yeah.
And
I used him a bunch because he was a kind of a bitch to.
Yeah, I didn't use him really at all, and I feel he would do the rising skeleton things were good. Was a good juggle of like he could rise the energy balls from the ground and bounce you.
Yeah.
I really don't think he morphed, dude. I really think he was just.
I think there was a lot to do. I think it was a lot for MK2, so they probably were just like.
Yeah, I think it was a lot. So I think they made him a straight up sorcerer. Cool, man. So then he turns into a snake. And I think it's into a big glowing cobra, and I think he bites half your top torso off.
Solid. That was a good one.
Solid animality. Yep. Turns snake, bites half your torso off. Great animality. It's awesome. He had his friendship. He turned into, I think, the joust guy from
It was an old Midway game.
Midway?
Yeah.
So weird.
Very weird.
Turns into a small jousting character and then just bounces like a flea across the screen. And then,
that's one of those like, shit, we shouldn't have promised we'd do this with every character. What are we going to do?
Yeah, this one was like, I don't know what to do. They should have made him. He should have just made he should have pretended he was going to rise spikes in the ground, just like a table with a bunch of cakes on it. He
should have the spikes come up and then make like one of those string art things for you.
Yeah. He should rise a bunch of cakes from the ground and you juggle like, oh. You landed. He should make a cake levitate like he does the spikes and he throws you into it.
He should all those. I had nothing else.
All those.
20 minutes on what he should have done. Saying should have.
Should have. Yeah, but Shang Tsung was real weird. I didn't know it was him for a while. When you first see him, when you first see the arcade, you're like, who's that weird dude? Who's that guy?
So far, he's had 3 appearances, all 3 different characters. He's looked different every time.
Who was he in MK2? Oh, MK2, he had the little black
looked like a James Bond villain.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Very stereotypical.
Very stereotypical,
offensive James Bond
Asian
villain.
Chinese man. Yeah, very he had the Fu Manchu, he had the long mustache.
He
looked like a younger version. He looked like a younger version of the MK1 Shang Tsung. But this Shang Tsung is out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just
he got back in the gym.
He's back. He's buff. He's this is teenage Shang Tsung.
He's got his dirty white dreadlocks.
Yeah, dirty white. Yeah, he's grows there. He puts makeup on. He's like, I don't care what you say, Mom. I'll wear what I want, Mom.
Rebel. I'm gonna own Outworld one day.
Yeah. You'll see, Mom. And it's like, all right, man. So weird.
We got 2 left here. The final 2. Let's start with Louis Kang. I love people
Louis Kang.
People always call him Louis Kang in the arcade. All the dum-dums.
Louis Kang, yeah.
Louis Kang, one of the most popular characters and still some of the worst fatalities of all time.
He just doesn't stop having bad fatalities.
The dragon was great, but then could they back it up? No, they couldn't with this one. So this first one here, if you look at it, I don't get this one that much. It seems like Scorpion's done it before, right?
Yeah.
He kind of prays, he disappears, and then
Well,
just flames you.
I think the goal. I think what I'm seeing and what I know. I think is he teleports and he dives from the ground up through you and burns
Right.
you. It's like this is what would happen if Ken actually did the fire shuriken
Right.
on a person. You would burn alive like this.
Yeah.
But again, it opens up the other powers of why isn't Liu Kang teleporting across the screen and using this as moves?
Well, he can do the flying key. There's a couple
He did the
flying
flying
kicks.
kick, the bicycle kick, sure, but like
Sure.
this opens the realm of like Kung Lao teleporting through the
Earth
ground
realm.
back into different spots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like they don't use their powers until the fatalities. Some of them. Like,
if at all.
I didn't know they could do that.
Exactly. I didn't know Shang Tsung can make Spike come from the ground. So why can't he do that in the match? So but it's like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think it's a bad one. It's
fine. Yeah.
I gave it a 7. I feel like it probably hurts the most that a human being is fire teleporting inside your body.
Or I give it a 5, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then your bones collapse and then Liu Kang is missing.
Right. Where'd he go? Did he kill himself?
Because Liu Kang wins. He doesn't. I think he might reappear on the other side. I'm not sure. Because like I said, these gifts are short, so we don't know. But he might.
He probably does, just in case.
He probably does. Yeah. So what's the other one? But Fire Dive is very interesting. So he's got to have a better one than that.
Well, it's probably the weirdest one they've ever done. Would you say top 3?
I'd say it's up there with Jax's growing and squishing you.
Yes, completely out of the blue. So this one, he does a little disappears again for some reason.
Disappears again.
And then a Mortal Kombat 1 full-size arcade machine drops from the sky slowly, very slowly.
Yep, enough that you see your opponent duck a little bit.
And crushes you.
I'm going to be honest, Brian. This is not good for the internals of the internal mechanics of the arcade.
No, and you know what? I gave this one a 4. I'll explain why in a minute. What'd you give?
Yeah, I give it a 12.
What?
And I'll tell you why. Number one, I think what's really painful is I'm looking at the owner of that machine. You see somewhere in some arcade in like Columbus, Ohio, some little kid's playing it. The arcade machine disappears because Liu Kang teleports it, and then it smashes on the ground.
Yeah.
Then when the fight's over, the arcade would teleport back to Columbus, Ohio, and the owner has to know that there's scraped, crushed bones and blood of some random person underneath his machine, in which he has to clean out for the internal mechanics or throw the machine out completely. So I feel like this is more painful as a person and painful in the wallet.
Interesting. See, this I think what could happen here, again, I have an arcade 1-up machine, so I myself would be very upset if it fell on top of a person. But I think possibly they may actually go through the bottom of this thing.
Yeah.
So if you took out the screen, their face would be like, "Hey guys." So I don't even know if it kills them, to be honest.
Oh, you think
I think they smash through the bottom and go like they cut themselves and they're getting caught by the wire, sure. But I don't know.
Have you ever cut yourself on a motherboard? It hurts.
It hurts. It does hurt a lot.
It hurts.
Yeah. But I give it a 4 because I don't know if you're dead in this one. I think it hurts getting things, of course, smashed on you. But it doesn't even go fast. It's pretty slow.
And I feel like, again,
someone just places it down on you. Like, here you go.
Here you go. It's very funny. It's MK1 and not MK2.
Why is it MK1? I love it.
Yeah, why MK1?
Well, everything was heavier back then, so.
Yeah, the first one, they're like, I'm going to be honest. The design for Mortal Kombat 1 always gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Looking at the system. I think most of the arcade cabinet had the dragon on the side, but I think on the side was Johnny Cage and someone else.
Do you remember the actual ad in like Nintendo Power or even like?
Yeah, was that where they were reaching through, pulling the kid in?
Yeah, it's great. It was in like comic books, I think, or something back then.
Yeah,
it's scary as shit.
That was for I think the home version. It was like it's dangerous at home or whatever. But MK1, like I do love the design of Mortal Kombat. It's a lot of reds, a lot of yellows.
I mean, this dragon is iconic as shit.
Yep, black, yellow, and red. That's about Mortal Kombat's colors, and I think it really holds up. And Liu Kang kind of shows those powers. But like, I feel like it's a it's a bit much.
For the most iconic, for one of the top 5 most popular players, a character that he should have cooler fatalities, I think.
Yeah, he definitely should. I mean, it's
That's
like if you gave Ken and Ryu like terrible super moves.
Like the same moves.
Yeah. Like the same moves.
If you like, literally the exact same move and outfit, like whatever. Smoke.
But now it comes to we forgot. We can't keep forgetting their animalities and friendships.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Yes.
Liu Kang, his animality turns into a dragon and bites half your body off.
Is it a red dragon or a green dragon?
I think it might be a green one. I don't think it's red.
It looks like the MK2 one, just worse. Like worse.
It looks like a worse version of his fatality from MK2. So he just bites half your body off.
Yeah.
And then his friendship is one of my favorites. The lights go out and there's a circle and he does a shadow puppet of the MK dragon.
Right, which eats you.
Yeah, I think. I wish it did. No, which I think is very cute.
That's a good one.
Very good one. That's a great one. Yeah. Is that now? We can go to our final one.
Yeah, Smoke.
Mizoke.
Man, remember you go to an arcade and some arcades they had it, he was unlocked and some weren't.
Yep.
And you knew the people in that town. They're like, oh, well, these kids suck because they didn't unlock Smoke yet.
It really was an interesting thing that in these games in the arcade, each arcade would have different characters that were unlocked secretly. And you would pass it around. You'd be like, yo, at the Ground Round, the Ultimate MK3 at Ground Round Restaurant had Smoke unlocked, and you go and like play it.
Yeah. How did they unlock him? I mean, I'm looking up real quick. How did they unlock Smoke? Do you remember?
No, I have no idea how you unlock any of the characters. It wasn't like, I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 did a great way to unlock characters where you'd beat the game over and over again, get enough coins to purchase the character. I thought that was cool. What does it say for Smoke? I don't know how you unlock it.
Just on Genesis, press A, B, B, A, down, A, B, B, A, down, up, up. On the
how do you do in the arcade? The arcade is how I want to know. Just Google that arcade.
I did. It's not showing.
It didn't come up
right now.
It's just I wonder how they did it.
No, there are. They're all videos. I'm not going to click those now, but
I can't wait to
but it was cool when people did it because he's got some cool ass fatalities.
Dude, Smoke was one of my favorite MK3 characters. He was my go-to.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite moves was you would jump, do a deep kick, teleport, uppercut punch, spear. Smoke would have a 3-pronged trident spear that would come out of his chest, hit the character. You'd pull him in, and then I remember he had his combo was like high punch, like low kick, high kick, or something like that. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they would like hit. He was awesome, dude. Smoke ruled. He was legit one of my favorite MK3 characters. And up there with one of my favorite MK characters of all time. Smoke, nice. I loved it. I think he was in MK. Wasn't he in 9, I think? I think he was in 9 and not in 10, and it bums me out that none of the cyborgs are in 11.
Yeah, I know.
Really
and they were DLC in 10, so.
Yeah, in 10 it was Triborg, which was the 3 of them merged in one. So I'm like, no, I think in 9, Smoke was in it. Loved him, dude.
He's got great fatalities too. They were so crazy. I thought, especially this one, I thought was one of the funniest ones when people did this.
Super weird. He would open his chest up. Now Smoke also would drop. I don't know. Did he? He had bombs. He would launch bombs for far or close bombs that would pop your character up.
Yep.
So in this one, he basically opens his chest and just starts unloading at least 45 bombs.
Yeah.
Then the screen pans out to Earth, which shakes and then explodes.
It's shaking.
So it just basically Smoke explodes the world.
It's weird, how every movie that people are transporting like something explosive. Be careful with that. Like he's got 30 bombs in his chest at all times. Like I'd be a little more careful.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah. This fatality to me should have been a third hidden fatality.
Yeah, it was one of
because it just it makes no sense. The Earth is destroyed. Then how is there a next fight?
I gave it a 4.
Also, they're fighting on Earth. I thought they were fighting.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
In Netherworld, so
maybe
I guess
it blew up everything, including Earth.
I don't know. I think it's like Earth Realm. I think they were fighting. I think no MK3 was that because the subway.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, I don't even know did we do any of the stage fatalities for this?
Not yet.
We should look them up when we're almost wrapping up.
Yeah. So I gave it a 4. What'd you give this one? Armageddon.
Give it a 10, man. The whole world's gone.
Yeah, but
It
do you
hurts.
feel it? Would you feel it?
I think no,
For something that powerful.
but
Again,
I think if Souls,
he only dropped it in a very small area, and
yeah,
if he didn't go around the world planting these bombs. They're all in one 10-foot area.
I feel
Like,
like if Souls exists, you're actually looking from far to be like, oh, he blew up the Earth.
come on, man.
The Earth is oh, come on, man.
Like, I don't know if it actually hurts so much because I think it just everything just explodes
You're just
instantly.
you mean like it's like if you were stuck in an atomic bomb, like you really wouldn't feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know
know.
what? Maybe I'll change mine to like I'll give it a 5.
Okay. His next one, however,
Next one is ridiculous.
is fucking great because oh wait, sorry,
Oh,
wrong one. Hold on.
you goose.
Here it is. He has another bomb in his
Yep.
shoulder plate.
Well, he's
And
a bomb in his chest.
it looks like it's
Oh
coming
no,
out of like
you're
his
right.
shoulder. Yeah. An
Oh,
extendo arm
weird.
comes out, scares your opponent who goes, ah, who opens their mouth. They really
So wide.
they really fell for it this time. They should have
Yeah.
kept their mouth shut, right?
Yeah.
Opens
Yeah.
their mouth and he drops a bomb inside you and you
Also,
explode.
again, what does that bomb taste like? Probably tastes like gear. It's like licking a carburetor.
Yeah, look, it's also is it like a torpedo or is this like a round bomb, like a
It
spy
looks
bird
like
spy
it
bomb?
doesn't look like his bombs he uses. It looks like a
It's got like a wick on it, like
it's got a wick and it's like
it's lit.
yeah, it's something Dick Dastardly gave him to put in his
Wile
body.
E. Coyote gave him.
It's so the most jarring part is that your opponent looks up and yells so loud his mouth opens wide enough for it to fit in.
It fits perfectly.
And they
you
explode with 4 arms, 4 legs.
yeah, and you explode in like 2 seconds, so it's like
yeah, you explode real quick.
Yeah, you had time to spit it out, but not much. But I gave this one a 10 because I think
Yeah, I give this one a 9. I thought it hurts.
I had a 9, but I changed it. Should I keep 9?
Yeah, keep a 9.
I'll keep it 9.
Flawless victory.
Boom! We forced the flawless victory. Also, don't forget that Smoke had like the little smoke rings all over like NBA Jam Smoke.
Pretty annoying, but yeah, it was cool.
It was pretty annoying.
He was like Pigpen from Peanuts,
dude. And of course, Smoke, Sector, Cyrex, they are all yellow ninjas, different color. I'll talk about his animality and fatality. Why don't you just Google like what the stage fatalities are so we can round this up after because we still have Smoke.
He's got like Smoke Ninja. Let's just do that. Smoke Ninja 2.
Just Smoke. Well, here, let me. Yeah, I'll do it real fast.
It's dumb. He just punches your head off.
He pops your head off.
Johnny Cage has done it 100 times. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's boring. Smoke also is a ninja with smoke around him, just like the robot ninja, the Lin Kuei ninja, if they may say.
6 out of 10. It hurts, but whatever. We've seen it a million times.
So I'll describe Smoke's animality and his friendship while Brian just gets the. We're not going to have the images, but at least get the stages so we know. I think I remember what they are. The first one, he turns into a bull. And then rams a glowing bull, by the way. Like I said, the animalities, there's a difference between the scorpion penguin looks like a really good version of a penguin that drops an egg and blows you up. Mm-hmm. This was a glowing bull, it looked terrible. I think it was red. And then he just like charges and horn hits you off the screen and then turns back. Made no sense for Smoke. I think he should have turned into a smoke monster and just like flew in and kind of like destroyed you, or even like a smoke bull or something. But it's like, I don't know. I guess like when you think of what kind of animal Smoke would be, but I think Lost wasn't out yet. We could have did a smoke monster, which would have been annoying.
I just tried. Sorry, go on. No, I just tried. Go.
Oh, go on.
No, go.
And then no, because I'm gonna say his friendship. So say what do you think?
Yeah, no, go.
So then his friendship is super silly. He basically his chest opens up. A giant horn comes out. He goes, ring, and I think he scares you, and then you might run off screen. But it's just like he just kind of gets like a big foghorn. Goes, like it's so dumb. What he should have did was it should have opened up. It should have been one of those, the things that you blow in and they unravel and go.
Yes, like the New Year's Eve things.
Yep, it should have been one of those. Instead, it was just some weird horn. So weird. And then we just finished, we finished Ninja Smoke, which is the head pop. Ninja Smoke might have other stuff. You'd have to Google friendships and animalities.
Yeah, I don't know. So there's 3 stage fatalities on NT3. There's a bell tower, the pit 3, the subway, and Scorpion's Lair with the lava in the background.
So in Scorpion's Lair, you would uppercut them. They would fall into the fire behind you. A skeleton would come up. Basically, it was the acid bath. MK2. The subway, you would uppercut your character. They would fall on the subway tracks. They would stand up, and a train would hit them.
That was fun.
And then the bell tower was you uppercut them. They fall through like 8 floors, and then they fall into, I think, spinning like bony knife spikes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they die. I'm pretty sure that's all it was. I think there's a 4th stage. I just don't remember.
There's a pit 3. The stage you fight Shao Kahn on.
The pit 3?
Yeah.
What happened when you fell in? I don't remember the pit 3.
No, I can't. It's hard to find. And I tried to. I clicked this one thing and it said put your age in, and I did. I didn't put the slashes in for the date, and it said you're too young for this. So and then it won't let me even like do it now. Like,
I'm not sure. I guess like those were the 3 iconic ones. Where the subway was really funny. They would like stand up, get hit by a train. It was so weird.
Yes.
I don't remember the pit 3. I know the rolling spikes.
I forgot about that.
Chop you up.
That was good. I forgot about that.
Bell Tower one was really good because you thought it would uppercut them into the ceiling to spikes, and they fell through the floors. And they're like, oh, and then they get chopped into 100 pieces.
That's great. You're right.
Really good. Yeah, Scorpion's Lair was wacky. It was just a skeleton. It was like, whatever. You know?
Yeah, I love it.
Is that all you found? You couldn't find it?
That's it.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Now I'm like obsessed with seeing what that is.
That's all right.
But oh my goodness, Brian, I can't believe with a K that we completed with a K this cool with a K collection with a C.
Have a favorite?
Yeah, let's see. What's your favorite if you have it?
It's either Shang Tsung's spiky bed thing or Sector's big squeeze, the trash compactor that Sector does. I love that one.
Yeah, that one's really good. I'm like looking them over right now. I think the Scream Queen is my favorite one. Really? I think that one was so gross. And Shiva's face rip.
The skin rip.
Those are my top 2. And then I'll give you my third would be Cabal's head inflate.
Yeah.
Was so dumb.
I might do Cyrax's helicopter thing.
Sure, make those your top 3. Yeah, my top 3 of those. I think like Cabal's was so funny your head would like blow up and be out of proportion. Shiva's with the skin rib was so disgusting, and then the Shiva with the skin rib and Sindel with the scream off was great. Smoke.
You just like skin getting ripped off.
I love it. It's so gross. And Smoke and Katana, are my 2 favorite characters. But I just found like Katana's was the same. It was a kiss of death, and you would explode, and then the fan swipe with your head cut off, and then like same with Smoke. Like I loved Smoke, but the bomb feed was pretty good, but just none of them spoke to me. Those, I think when I saw them, I was like, those really got me.
Good stuff.
Wow, great stuff, dude. This is so good. And then me and Brian will discuss. We'll post the Facebook group Unlimited Lives. You could join the group, like the page, and we'll let you know if we decide to go into MK4 through. We'd have to like really look them over because I'm way more familiar with 1, 2, and 3. To me, are the greatest MKs,
of course,
besides 9, 10, 11.
Right. There's a lot of shit in the middle, but it would be fun to maybe check out a few of them.
Yeah, maybe
Deadly Alliance is pretty good. But there's some wacky shit.
Maybe maybe we'll we might skip ahead. Maybe we'll do an episode that kind of combines with a K. All the MK4 to 9. Maybe we could do an episode that is all 5 and just pick the best ones we like.
If they're duplicates, we will just skip them. Yeah.
If there's duplicates, we could skip, but we'll have to really look into them and see if because there might be a gem in there that we didn't know. MK6 might have been great.
I mean, Quan Chi beating you with your own leg is
very funny. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then MK9 and 10, would be great. But we got time. We'll do these in a couple months from now. Gotta get back to the news. News on. So, Brian, if I was going to rip someone's skin off and under it was a promotional Twitter handle that was burned on their meaty, fleshy, jammy skeleton, what would it say?
Great one there.
Hey,
great segue. It will be at Laugh at Brian on Twitter and Instagram, and at Playable Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
Wow, you can follow me at Unlimited SXM. You can follow the show Unlimited SXM. You follow me at TJ Del Reno, and you can follow on all social medias TJ Del Reno. And you can follow the show, on iTunes. Rate us on iTunes. Leave us a review. And, I just want to thank everyone all the time for the fans that stick around and the people that write in the Facebook group, like all the cool stuff. And, thanks for sticking by, the show.
Are you dying?
I just want to let everyone know I have a disease that my skin is going to fall through my mouth. My skeleton. I'm going to be barfing up my skeleton very soon. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.